Bring it out. First we go. Cut 'em up, cut 'em up, cut 'em up. There we go. Build 'em up, build 'em up. Yeah, there we go. Break 'em down, break 'em down, break 'em down. There we go. Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. Cut 'em up, cut 'em up, cut 'em up. There we go. Build 'em up, build 'em up, build 'em up. There we go. Break 'em down, break 'em down, break 'em down, break 'em down. Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. First we go. Cut 'em up, cut 'em up, cut 'em up. There we go. Build 'em up, build 'em up. Yeah, there we go. Break 'em down, break 'em down, break 'em down. There we go. Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. Cut 'em up, cut 'em up, cut 'em up. There we go. Build 'em up, build 'em up, build 'em up. There we go. Break 'em down, break 'em down, break 'em down, break 'em down. Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out, bring it out.
Ain't no truth right now. The truth is over here, and y'all don't want to hear it. The truth over here, y'all don't want to hear it. Nobody gonna get killed tonight. The Most High ain't playing no games. Stay right here, sis. Don't move. You safe over here.
Hey sis, I see you over there. Can you come close? You listening? Okay, okay. Do you know who you are according to the Bible? You get a flyer? You got a flyer, you know who you are? You searching? Come look at this sign right here, sis. Come look at this sign. According to the Bible, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans went into slavery on slave ships. Did y'all know that was in the Bible?
Bring it out.
Going into slavery on slave ships. Did y'all know that was in the Bible? Would y'all like to see it in the Bible? You never heard it? Okay, we getting ready to explain it. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So according to what they teach in school, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans went to slavery on ships, right? They tell you that. They tell you in 1619 that we was rounded up from Africa and we was brought over here to the shores of America, right? So does the Bible actually tells you detail on what happened when you got over here?
Bring it out.
It don't? You don't think so? Read on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Just like he said it was going to happen, it's going to happen. And this is what happened.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
That no more again is your homeland. You're never going to see Jerusalem again. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So when we got off the slave ships, is it not documented that we were sold? Look at some of these images down here.
Bring it out.
Look at some of these things down here. When we got off the slave ships, where's one of those other signs? Let me get some of it. Hey, Hezekiah, can you get some of these signs over here? It says that when we got off those slave ships, that we was going to be sold unto our enemies. Is that not documented?
Bring it out.
That's documented, right? That we was going to be sold into slavery. Read on.
Unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
Another quick question. If you have a friend, will he sell you into slavery? A friend would never sell you into slavery, right? So, what would the Bible or what God tell you that you're going to be sold unto your enemies? Why would he tell you that? Your enemy is your enemy? So let me ask you a question. Who sold us into slavery?
Bring it out.
Your friend sold you into slavery? Let's read that part again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So the Bible said you're going to be sold into your enemy. Look at this. Look at some of these pictures right here.
Bring it out.
These are actual pictures. These are not drawings. These are actual pictures of what happened. These are documentations. Hey sis, did you know that we were sold to our enemies in slavery? Did you know that was in the Bible? You did know that was in the Bible? Okay. Did you know that these yokes of iron, where's the yokes of iron at? These yokes of iron, like this picture right here. You got the other one? This picture right here, all of this going on here is documented in the Bible.
That's right. Bring it out.
And we're going to show you. But let's read 68 one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So God said, well, God told Moses to tell the children of Israel that you was going to be sold into slavery on slave ships, right? So when you be sold into slavery on slave ships, he said that you're going to be sold to your enemies. And when you got off those slave ships,
by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
slave men,
and bondwomen,
and slave women. Right? Read on.
And no man shall buy you.
Let me ask you a question. We were sold into slavery, right? Did anybody pay money to get us out? Did anybody come redeem us? We're still in slavery today. But guess what? Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Give me verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
So when we got off those slave ships, we are serving our enemies, right? Because it said for bondmen and bondwomen, right? So we'll serve our enemies. But for what exactly?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Because God sent our enemies against us. Why? Verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So I'm going to ask y'all a question. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing?
Bring it out.
It's a bad thing, right? So for not keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments, we were sent into slavery on slave ships. For not keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments, we will have to serve our enemies, right? You said our people was the ones that was cursed, right? Our offsprings, right? Give me, real quick, Exodus chapter 20, third and fourth generation.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation.
So your punishment is based off of something your forefathers did. You know it because you was quoting it. I seen you. The punishment of us going into slavery is because our forefathers broke God's law, statutes, and commandments. The punishment for us being in the conditions that we're in is because we're still breaking God's law, statutes, and commandments. So it's not just that it happened back then, because it's still happening today. Just like what we did do. Verse 46. I'm about to read that to you.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
These curses is put upon us for a sign and a wonder. So when we look at these curses or read these curses, we're able to see who we are. Just like we can see we on 63rd King Drive, right? It's a sign to say 63rd, it's a sign to say King Drive, right? Those signs identify a particular place, right? These curses are to identify who you are according to the Bible. That's true. That's why we're actually out here. We actually out here to teach our people who don't know who they are. We actually out here to show our people that they are the greatest people on this earth. That it's time for them to build themselves back up. It's time for them to stand back up for God's laws. Okay? Read on.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So because we didn't serve the Most High God with joyfulness and gladness of heart, we are going to serve our enemies. But in what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in wants of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Read that part again from hunger.
In hunger and in thirst.
So it said that because we didn't serve the Lord with our God with joyfulness and gladness of heart, right? That he was going to send us, bring our enemies against us. And we was going to have to serve them in hunger, right? So let me ask you a question. If you wanted something to eat, where did you have to go? Even in slavery, if you wanted something to eat, where would you have to go? But who was going to feed you? Your slave master, right? Your enemies, right? Because God said that you was going to have to serve your enemies for whatever you want to eat. Just like how it is today. We don't own McDonald's. We don't own Burger King. We don't own the food that we have to go to eat, right? We don't own the food that's in the stores. Yeah, we gonna buy it, but they get it from somewhere else, right? Read on.
And in thirst.
So if you want something to drink, a natural resource is water, right? You can get it from anywhere. Did you know it's against the law if you take the rainwater? So if you wanted something to drink, you have to go to your enemies. Read on.
And in nakedness.
If you wanted clothes, where did you have to go? To the store, right? To the department store? Who owns the textiles?
Bring it out.
Okay.
Our enemies own that. It don't matter what you want in this life, you gotta go to your enemies to get it. Why? Because we broke God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We are still in slavery. That is true. We are still cursed. Read on.
And in wants of all things.
So if it's anything that you want, right? Anything, birth certificate, driver's license, passport, whatever it is, it says you got to go to your enemies to get it. You got to go downtown, City Hall, to get you a driver's license, to get you a marriage certificate, to get you a death certificate. Don't matter which way you look at it, God said that you're going to have to go serve your enemies for one of everything that you want. Y'all understand that? All right, read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So because of that, it says he put a yoke of iron on our neck. And we was destroyed. We was destroyed as a people. That's why it's so easy for our brothers and our sisters to walk out here and don't know who they are. Because we destroyed. We don't know who our God really is. Y'all understand that?
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have abandoned. We have repented. How are you? How are you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.